Hello everyone, it's AG and today I will be talking about A Cosmology of Monsters. This is the debut novel of Sean Hamill and this copy was actually gifted to me by Pantheon Books, so a huge thank you to them. Before I start, I would just like to give a trigger warning because this book does contain an attempt at suicide and a character that has mental health issues, but I won't be talking about that explicitly in this review. Either way, let's jump into it. A Cosmology of Monsters is a unique novel that is part love story, part horror story, and part family history. The book centers around the Turner family, whose history gets told in 8 parts by Noah Turner, the son and youngest child of the family. Noah recounts everything from the first day that his parents met up until present day. Very early on, we start to notice that the Turners are plagued with several terrors and illnesses that start to undo the entire family, and I think that's because of the unique mixture of genres. There were so many things happening at the same time, but there was also a lot of mystery, so I was just constantly entertained. I actually didn't know what to expect because the description on the arc was rather vague. All I really knew was that it was a horror novel. Having said that, I didn't expect it to start with such a lovely and funny love story. I turned out to be pleasantly surprised and I was immediately drawn into the story. Within the Turner family, things take a turn for the worse, when instead of facing their terrors, both supernatural and real, head on, they just refuse to acknowledge all their issues. And that turns out to have huge consequences. And so as the story progresses, things get darker and more twisted. At times I felt so uncomfortable reading certain passages, which is exactly what I look for in a horror story. I also really liked the structure of the story. Throughout the book you have fragments of the so-called Turner sequence. These passages are centered around one family member and are usually very nightmarish. Those really excited me because at the start I had no idea what they were all about, and then slowly you start to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And so I started to notice that there were so many hidden clues in the book that I feel that if I were to read it again, I would have an entirely different experience. I very much so appreciated the incorporation of mental health. One of the family members struggles with this severely, and I thought it was very interesting to see how that character went from childhood all the way up to adulthood. Mental health is still something that is very stigmatized, and so I felt it to be very nice to see such a realistic depiction of it in a novel, because in the end seeing characters like this is something that can help spread awareness and can help with destigmatizing it. I also really liked that it was Noah who narrated this story. He's actually the only Turner who faces his issues, and for that he gets ostracized by the rest of the family. I found it to be amusing how he dissected his own family, also looking back at the time before he was born, and how certain incidents affected the dynamics of the family. To conclude, I found it an astonishing debut novel and I can't wait to read more of Hamill's work. Either way, that's everything I wanted to say with regards to A Cosmology of Monsters. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.